Good morning. It's not morning anymore. It's afternoon. I'm always mixing that up lately. I say good morning when it's afternoon, and then when it's afternoon, I'm like, oh hey, good morning, because the sun is like super shiny outside. But anyway, good morning. Good afternoon is what I meant to say. Anyway, I really I guess I just wanted to talk because I was going through some things. I was looking at some old videos or whatever, and I had watched maybe half of one, and it was like, my favorite things, the things that I like, and then I watched another one about the Lord helping me finish my book. Can I really call it my book? I believe I can say it's the Lord's book because He most definitely helped me write it. He wrote it. He gave me all the information and the words to write down and all of that. So it may have been my hands, but it was all Jesus. So I watched that video about the Lord allowing me to finish that goal. But then I watched the first video was about things that I like, right? Now, there's a lot of things going through my mind right now of how I want this video to turn out, but I really don't know how it's going to turn out. Really don't know what I'll talk about. It just made me want to make a video. So here we are. And before I came on here, I was like, you have so many different videos with so many different hairstyles, Tony, because I was going through them, and I was just like, your hair is just always different, just never the same, and that's okay. I really don't like hair that much. I like short hair. Um, as you can see, my hair is still gone. Thank God. I don't like things on my neck. It gets hot, it gets sweaty, and not for those kind of things. And then I feel like short hair doesn't take long. You can just get up and go. Some days you do have to style it. And you cannot just be out the bed, get out the bed and then you just out. Like, you do have to style it though a little bit. It's just that you don't have to go through that long process of like curling it and waiting until it dries and stuff like that when you got a whole lot of hair. But anyway, I don't really think that that's what I was wanted to talk about. I think this is just me getting back into making videos because I had previously said when I started the YouTube when I began again with the YouTube channel, which I am not consistent with this at all, which I wish I was. I wish I could have stayed with the Thursday, because that's what I was thinking. Every Thursday, you will put out a video, but that did not happen. Had great intentions, but it did not happen. And now I'm back. I'm not saying every day, I'm just not saying every Thursday. But what I am saying is that today I wanted to make a video. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone is doing great. I hope your outside is just as sunny as mine. And it is just really pretty outside today. I'm in Dallas, and it is just really, really great looking outside. So I think that girl in the first video that I was looking at is the same. She's just a little bit different than who sits here today, because it's like she was, she is the beginning of a journey of healing, which I'm still in, which I am still, you know, working through. It's not, it's not easy at all. It's very taxing on the emotions and on the mental space, and sometimes it comes out physically. Sometimes I don't have words for what it is that I'm thinking about, what it is that I am experiencing. But, you know, Jesus is still good because he continues to just keep walking with me. He just keeps doing it, which I am very grateful for. One thing that I have learned since being here in Texas, outside of the things that I began to know when this journey started, which I feel as though, I think as though, I won't say I feel, I think as though, and I don't even know if that's correct English, but anyway, we're going to go with it. I think as though it started in 2020 when I turned 40. So we all know what 2020 looked like. Everybody know what that looked like. It was a lot of solitude for me, just by myself, which I found out I didn't like that much. I didn't like it. I like it when I want to do it on my own. I don't like mandated solitude. I don't like you telling me I can't go anywhere. That was just not good for me, and had to stay there no matter what. And then in that, being by myself, you know, the Lord showed me a lot of things about myself that I had not known. Anyway, fast forwarding back to the year of 2024 is where we are. And there's something that I learned about myself. And what I learned as I was on a drive, I was in the house feeling not great. And I remember my therapist telling me, like, when you're not feeling great, you might sometimes need to leave that space that you're in physically, and literally, you know, like physically leave your home if that's where you're at, where you're not feeling too great. Sometimes you need to just go for a drive or for a walk. So I went for a drive, got in a car, and as I'm driving, just talking, and it was, I didn't know where I was going. I didn't have no destination, so I just was driving. And so I just, in the midst of the driving though, the Lord, I believe he said to me that you are always wanting someone to save you, Tony. Like, you always are. You just want somebody to save you. And because the reason that I believe he told me that is because when it comes to me feeling bad, I automatically want to reach out to someone. I automatically want to call someone to talk it out with, and that would be my first instinct, is to do that. And what I think I know that he was most definitely trying to, well, he doesn't try. What he was showing me was that you need to reach out to me first. I need to be your first point of contact. When you don't feel great, when you do feel great, when you don't, you know, when you're, I don't know, you know, you have that mindset of, I don't know what's going on. I want to be your first point of contact. I want to be that first person you think about to call or to talk to or to run to when you're afraid, when you're frightened, when you're scared, because they're all different things, right? We think, you know, I used to think that they were all one thing, but they're three different words. They can have similarities, but they're different. When you're panicked, or when you're frustrated, or when you just don't understand, or when you are sad on the inside, or when you're super, super happy and you just want to tell me you just want to tell somebody, tell me, is what I know that the Lord wanted me to get, to understand that, me trying to go to other people was trying to look for someone to save me, or have someone to run to, I guess make me feel better in that instant or in that moment, or, just to encourage me or get some extra encouragement about the good things that has happened. But the Lord say, I want to be that first person. And he said that, you're looking for other people to save you, but I've already saved you, while I was driving. And I just bust out crying, because I was just like, you did save me. And no one else can save me the way that he did. Jesus did an amazing thing when he saved me. And it is most definitely eye-opening to know that I was being unfair to him, and running into anyone else outside of him. And he should have been the first person that I call, that I run to for everything. And so that has been, a lesson that I most definitely do my best to apply. Do I do it all the time? No. I wish I did. Sometimes I remember afterwards, and then I go to him, like that first initial instinct when something happens. He wants me to run to him. And sometimes I think about something else, and then I think about him. So he wants me to just automatically, he be the first person that I think about. The first way in which this situation can be fixed. The first person that I run to for understanding. The first person that I run to for knowledge on the situation or help with the situation. So I'm learning that, still applying that, still in therapy. To God be the glory. Most definitely was needful. Very, very needful. I've learned a lot of things about myself. Some things have come up that I do not like. And I think that in having a therapist now that is saved and filled with the Holy Ghost, it is most definitely great for me, because sometimes she just tells me, like, when you get off this phone, I need you to just worship the Lord with me. Worship the Lord, like pray to him and just talk to him. And sometimes, that just lets me know that she's not trying to be a person who always has the answer. She knows who has the answers, so she sends me and directs me to him, which most definitely I do my best to do that. If I just do my best to do that. So that is a lesson that I've learned down here. And in learning that lesson while I was driving, it just made me want to cry. It made me cry, because he is the only one that has truly saved me. And during that drive, I had all green lights. That just was freaking me out too. Like, all green lights, Jesus? Because he just wanted me to continue to drive, because I was crying the whole time. But he was encouraging me the whole time. Or when I'm crying, there's another thing too. Like, when you're crying and you don't know why you're crying, he wants you to come to him then. Like, I don't even know why I'm crying, Jesus. Can you tell me why I'm crying? That's another instance too. Like, I think that I only think to go to him when things are bad. Never when I just don't get it, or I don't understand, or I'm just so baffled by what's going on. Or it has hit me so hard that I can't breathe. Sometimes it's like that I just can't breathe. Because that is something too I've had what I know now is panic attacks where I just really, really can't breathe and I have to sit still. And I didn't know. They felt like panic attacks. I have not been diagnosed with panic attacks. So it has the same symptoms, has the same feeling of not being able to breathe, not being able to inhale, heart just racing really, really bad, sweating really, really bad. But the Lord has helped me through each and every one of them, and I never had to go to the hospital. Except for one time, I was actually at work at Wayne State, and I was sick too. I just wasn't feeling well, but then my sister kind of like got in my face because I was trying to drink some tea and stuff like that, and I just all of a sudden just couldn't breathe. It was just like, it was hard to inhale. And she got in my face and she said, "Tony, breathe like me." And she was inhaling and exhaling it, and it was just like in my mind, I couldn't do what she was doing. So that I began to panic. Like, I can't breathe. I can't do what you're doing. So I began to cry. So that would be the only time that I actually went to the hospital concerning a panic attack. And they didn't say that I had a panic attack. They just said that it was my asthma and I couldn't breathe. But that's neither here nor there, because right after that, I never experienced asthma ever again. I had one of the elders at the house of God that I was worshiping at. He prayed for me. And I've never experienced asthma ever again. Like, ever. Not even, no, never. Not wheezing, not nothing. Jesus just took it away. But anyway, back to the panic attacks. Like, God was helping me work through all of that outside of this, that one time. Which I'm very, very grateful for sure. And so, I'm just happy that he is still walking with me, because it has not been easy. I have not been the best student. I have not been the best child. I have not been the best mentee, if you will, or disciple, if you will. I have been all over the place, because sometimes when things hit me so hard, I just want to run. I don't want to think about it. I just wanted it to be over. Like, can you just make it over? Because I know that you're the Lord Jesus Christ, and you can just make it be done. And he's like, no, we're going to walk this thing out here. We're not going to make this thing be done just right away, because there are things that I need you to know. There's things I need you to see. There's things I need you to fully understand and to apply going forward. Because I forget to apply sometimes the lessons that I've learned to current situations. Not all of them will be, not everything works for every situation or every season, but his word always works. So there you go, Tony. Because his word always works. And sometimes my mind forgets to speak the word to the situation, which is speaking him to the situation, and not to speak it underneath my breath, but out loud. Speak it out. Speak his word out loud, Tony. Speak it out loud. So I have been, and this is just, I don't know if anyone else does this. I whisper the word sometimes. Or like when I'm talking to the Lord, I'm whispering. Like, why are you whispering? Tony, like, what is that all about? Like, somehow you're sneaking to tell the king. That's crazy. I don't know why I do that. Blows my mind. Anyway, I was just talking to him the other day, and I was just like, why are you whispering? You could talk out loud. You're in your home all by yourself, which he provided. And it's just like, why are you whispering? You can talk at a normal tone And it's okay. And it's totally okay. So I just began to speak a little bit louder. Like, why are you whispering? So if you're whispering, stop it. Just speak out loud. It's okay. Um, it's something I had to check myself about, and it's just crazy. And so I keep saying it's crazy because it's not really crazy. It's just like, why are you doing that? That's a quirk of mine. Like, why are you doing that? Like, you just need to just stop it and just speak out loud. So I'm speaking out loud. I think that this video may be nearing the end. Um, so I'm not going to try to figure out something else to talk about or figure out something else to say. I just want to encourage, most definitely, no one else can save us but Jesus Christ Himself. So if you're like me and you're running to everybody else, like when you have good news to talk about or bad news to talk about, and you automatically think about somebody else, can we, you and me, you and us, um, think of Him first, run to Him first, have a conversation with Him first, talk it out with Him first, because I promise every time that I've done that, He's met me, like, boop, for sure. So that's it. I love you all to life, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.